just pushes the door open and he says, "Edi, your voice is like a muscle. The more you train, the more stronger and healthier it becomes." Can you sing in every genre? Yes, absolutely you can. But there's one problem. Most singers sing every genre using the same vocal technique. And that's exactly why some songs sound completely out of place. യെരൂശലേമിലെ ഉന്നതമാം കുന്നുകളൊന്നിൽ ഞാൻ കയറിയ നാഥനെ വർഷിച്ചിടുവാൻ കഴുതക്കുട്ടിയിലേറിയവൻ എഴുന്നള്ളി വരുമ്പോൾ ഉലകിലവൻ മാനസം ആമോദത്താൽ. Techniques changes in every genre, and that's one of the biggest things that most singers fail to understand. A Malayalam devotional song, a jazz song, a western pop song, a rock song, ghazals, they all require different vocal placements, different diction, different texture, and different emotional delivery. But many singers unknowingly mix styles into genres where it doesn't belong. For example, I have seen this mostly during Christmas. Many church choirs sing Malayalam songs using western pop placement. They round the vowel too much, use English diction, and sometimes Malayalam pronunciation doesn't even sound like Malayalam. It loses its natural identity. This usually happens during carol singing, but one thing we need to understand, Malayalam songs need Malayalam diction for the natural beauty of the language to come out, and not English diction. For example, ദൈവത്തിൻ പുത്രനാമേശു മഹേശനൻ അവതരം ചെയ്ത ഒരു കളിത്തൊഴുത്തിൽ കന്യകമേരി തന്നോമൽ കുമാരനായി ബേത്ലഹേമിൽ പിറന്നു. Whereas, ദൈവത്തിൻ പുത്രനാം യേശു മഹേശനൻ അവതരം ചെയ്ത ഒരു കളിത്തൊഴുത്തിൽ കന്യകമേരി തന്നോമൽ കുമാരനായി ബേത്ലഹേമിൽ പിറന്നു. You notice the difference? And if it's English? Hark, hark the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. With Malayalam diction, hark, hark the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away, Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Notice how one style sounds completely disconnected from the language. When people usually listen to Malayalam music, they naturally expect that emotional flavor along with the right pronunciation of Malayalam words. You can absolutely fuse genres. For example, you all might have heard of many Malayalam rock songs, Malayalam jazz, Malayalam pop, Malayalam gospel, but the identity of the language should still remain through these genres. Every genre has slightly different vocal behavior. For example, jazz is lighter, rock has a little bit of aggression and energy, soul uses emotional texture, Indian classical music uses different ornamentation and phrasing, pop often uses smoother transition and stylistic breathiness. Even the way you bridge chest voice and head voice changes depending on different genres. For example, the song Mani from the movie Iyobinte Pustam, Neelagasham. Can anyone guess which language this melody would be? Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, only when we add the lyrics to it, then you understand which language the song is. പാതിരാക്കാലം തീക്കാറ്റും വന്നാളുന്നേ കാണാത്തെ തീരത്തോരാളുമില്ല നേരം നേരെല്ലാം മാഞ്ഞേ താരങ്ങൾ വീണെങ്ങോ പോയേ ദൂരെ ദൂരെയായി. Notice I did not sing. പാതിരാക്കാലം തീക്കാറ്റും വന്നാളുന്നേ കാണാത്തെ തീരത്തോരാളുമില്ല നേരം നേരെല്ലാം മാഞ്ഞേ. You see how different and how out of place it sounds when it's not the right diction you're using. Notice the smooth transitioning and bridging in these songs that I mentioned. And song bands like Avial, Tagara, Thakara. Forgive me if I have not pronounced the right way, but there is a band called Tagara. They have a completely different energy when they sing. So you cannot approach every genre using one single technique. Like you cannot mix genres, styles into another one. Like you cannot sing the pop way in rock. A lot of singers have this myth that if we try different genres, that may affect or damage our voice. No, it doesn't. Not if you do it correctly. That's why understanding the fundamental is very important. You need to understand chest voice, head voice, bridging, belting, breath support, vocal diction, vocal placements. Once your fundamentals are trained properly, then your voice becomes more flexible. Your voice is like a muscle. The more you train, the stronger and healthier it becomes. And once you come across any vocal challenges, it would not scare you at all. It would be like, oh, I could try that. That doesn't sound scary. Let me give it a try. Switching between genres become more fun instead of being scary. So I wanted to share with you all a personal story that happened when I was a child, say around 9 or 10. No, 8 or 9th grade. So Papa came to me and said, "Edi nee ee paattu kettittundu. Adinte taalam ingane da da dinna da da dinna." And I'm wondering which song is he talking about? It might be some Indian classical song that he has lately heard somewhere from TV that is stuck to him, and he's coming to me and asking for help. ഒന്നൂടെ പാടിക്കേ ധാ ധാ ധിന്ന ധാ ധാ ധിന്ന. ഞാൻ ഓർത്തു ഇല്ല ഏതെങ്കിലും മലയാളം മൂവിയുടെ പാട്ടായിരിക്കും or somewhere, something like that, Indian song. And I couldn't help him out. So one day I was listening. I had this habit of listening to music with door shut and the songs blaring out loud through the speakers, and I used to sing out loud. So this song is playing through the speakers and I'm singing out loud, and my dad comes running from the living room. He just pushes the door open and he says, "Edi ee paata njan itra naalum ninnodu njan choichondirunne ee paata dha dha dhinna dha dha dhinna." And to my surprise, would you want to know which song I was listening to? I was listening to Michael Jackson's "They Don't Really Care About Us." All I want to say that they don't really care about da da dinna. And I'm wondering what a Western song with an Indian classical beat da da dinna evada edukkunnu. All I want to say that they don't really care about us. Ee beat evada edukkunnu, aa beat evada edukkunnu. I just gave him a look. So the reason why I brought this story out is because that moment taught me something. Because my father was more exposed to Indian classical rhythms, that was the only way he knew how to describe what he heard. And that's exactly what happens when we limit ourselves to one style of music, one genre. As worship singers, we shouldn't limit ourselves to only gospel music. We should explore different genres. And not necessarily that we should master all these genres, but to understand music more deeply. When you expose yourself to different genres, you learn different texture, dynamics, phrasing, transitioning, breath control, emotional delivery. And over time, you stop being afraid of styles that are out of your comfort zone. You begin to tell your voice what to do instead of your voice limiting you and your voice telling you this is all you could do, this is all you have learned. Instead, if you tell your voice, no, I have learned this, let me try this out, that's freedom. And that's one of the most beautiful things that a singer could experience while singing. freedom to sing anything and everything. So, yes, you can try different genres, you can sing different genres, but first understand the techniques behind each style. That's very important. Respect the language, respect the emotion, and respect the different vocal approaches. And slowly, you will open an entirely new world of music around you. If you enjoyed this video, comment below which new genre would you be learning today. I'll be coming up with more videos on chest voice, head voice, belting, bridging, genre transitions, vocal control, breath control. Subscribe to Bibliano Music and I'll see you for the next vocal tip video. Silent night, holy night.